Gossip Talk shows. Find your own voice, led from within. With me today, Claudia Passa and Carol Ann Cooper. Carol Ann, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Lovely. Thank you, Nonsa. And yes, as the writing facilitator, what I do is I support women in becoming more productive with their writing by clearing the frog in the throat, by clearing the way for them to be able to express what they want to write and say and get it down on paper, by connecting with their deeper innate ability to write. But more importantly, they experience free-flowing writing. They experience an unlocking of the writer within and getting their story written. Because you cannot publish what isn't written. And all of this has come about through my own journey of unlocking the writer within. So, Claudia, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much, and hello and welcome. I'm Claudia Prüscher. I'm an intuitive energy healer and a mindset coach, and I help my clients to identify their limitations, and not just the limitations. My gift is as well to go to the very root of the block, you can call it, so that we can identify it, change it around, and to bring new empowering beliefs in, so that we could all go out and attract and create the life we are here and truly deserve.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Claudia and Carol Ann. So our topic today is how to shift an abundant mindset. Shifting abundant mindset will give you benefits to have positive, powerful thoughts, and so you can have gratitude even things are not going your way, and it will help you to believe that you can do anything in life, and cultivating a good mindset will help you to fulfill your purpose in life. And actually, Claudia chose this topic. Claudia, would you like to explain the topic to our audience, and why is the topic special to you?
Sure.
I'm sure there is a story behind it.
Well, yeah, what shall I say? I just love everything about creating what it is we truly desire, and abundance, and thinking as well, and shifting as well our mindset from thinking and believing of scarcity and lack into abundance and overflow and plenty. So it's just like I always, just like feel inspired by this topic, and this is why I chose it. Just like to remind ourselves as well of how we can always get out of these beliefs, or where we go back into doubting or feeling of there is not enough and so on, just to get out of it into, we are here and we can have it all, actually. Yes, we can have it all.
How about
Yes,
you,
we
Carol?
can have it
How
all.
do you relate to the topic?
Sorry, yeah, I was just agreeing as much as, yes, we can have it all. And there's a part of us that very often goes, really? Really? And we haven't got this, and you haven't got that yet, and you haven't got that. And that is where you need to catch yourself, because that is not an abundance mindset. That's the scarcity mindset that keeps reminding you of what you haven't got. And so it's about picking up on what you're saying to yourself and what you're thinking. And I mean, research has shown that the way you think about yourself can actually drastically change things for you. It can change the way you learn, how you handle stress, how you create success. And it can also impact your immune system, so how that functions, but also your resilience. So how quickly can you bounce back? Again, that comes from scarcity mentality mindset or abundance mindset. One, you don't bounce back. You're stuck in that, oh, that poor me, well, I haven't got this yet, and this hasn't happened for me yet, and I don't think it'll ever will, because I just haven't got the time, I haven't got the money, I haven't, and so it goes on. And you can feel it's like that energy just pulls you down, saps your energy. So how can you shift into that abundance mindset? I mean, it sounds glorious, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely wonderful to have that beautiful abundance, abundance mindset where everything is possible. So how can you shift to that? So I think that's a really great question and something worth looking into. So yes, I was really looking forward to exploring this today.
Yeah.
So what about you, Nomsa? What are your thoughts?
I like it, Carol, and that you say some people go to this mood where they start blaming that they haven't got this, they haven't got this, instead of having this abundance and just stay in the driver's seat and be grateful for what you have. I think that is having a good abundance. If you are grateful and even grateful of your breathing, or grateful of the things that good health. For me, what helps me each and every day is just looking at people, how many people are dying per day. I know it's horrible, but I ask myself every time I feel pity or feeling sorry for myself, I have to ask myself how many people are dying each day, and how many people who are being told the life-changing health a situation, we have a life-changing healthy situation, and then I look at my life and I'm like, I don't want to do this, otherwise God is not going to be happy with me. So I want to be on his side, and I want to be happy even though things are not going how I want them at this moment. I have to trust that things will get better, and even though sometimes your mindset it doesn't feel like believing that things will get better, you have to train yourself to trust. It's very, very important to train your thoughts and be aware of your thoughts, and then you can live a happy life instead of staying in a victim mode. Over to you, Claudia.
Yes, absolutely what you just said as well in regards to focusing, like it's simple as well. Already is a tip here, if we see that we are focusing on what we don't have yet achieved in our lives, if we focus on these things, on what is missing, it will still be more missing of the same sort. So it's just like this is already a simple tip to embrace, just like grateful actually as well. Be grateful. The gratitude comes always in as well, because it's just such a simple exercise as well, how we can shift into this feeling rich by already saying out every day a few things we are grateful for in our life. And they don't have to be big things. It can just be the cozy bed in the morning, or the good night's sleep, the cup of coffee, by training our mind as well to find every day a few things we are grateful for. The universe is always listening, and then it's like, oh, you want more of these things, and then we get actually as well, like naturally more of things where we can embrace feeling grateful for. That's already one tip. Gratitude, and as well see that you focus on all the things you already have, not on what you don't have, because you get more of these things in your life.
That's true, and that's what Oprah Winfrey actually says. I love her quote. She says, if you look at what you have in life, you will always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you will never have enough. And I think that's so true, and that just confirms and reaffirms what you just said, Claudia. It is about what you focus on is what you get more of. And it's also that idea that if you keep yourself on a narrow, fixed mindset, focusing on just one thing, you miss everything else that's possible, any opportunities. You literally do not see them. You become blinkered. And by taking off those blinkers and opening up your mindset to possibility of more than is actually what you've already got, the possibility that there is more out there that you just haven't yet found. So again, it's in the language. You haven't yet just found, rather than, oh, it's not out there. Because if you say it's not out there, you'll never find it, because you'll always be proving yourself right. Whereas if you say, well, I haven't found it just yet. So the mind then gets into that inquiry, well, oh, I wonder what is out there then. I wonder what I could find. So it's that expansive mindset is the abundance mindset. And I love what you were saying, Nomsa, about gratitude as well, being grateful, because if you do see how many people are dying each day, it does bring it home to you, mortality. And I was speaking to someone last night, and it really brought it home to me how quickly, just like that, someone is gone. Because they're going to a funeral today of somebody that they know. And literally, this person was there 1 minute, gone the next. You know, and also this person that I was talking to, they've actually been diagnosed with cancer about 3 years ago, but the doctors have said it's terminal. Nothing more they can do with them. So again, it's like, well, what mindset do you have about that? Do you have a mindset of, well, okay, that's what the doctors have said, but I can still live my life and be grateful for what I've got and what more could come to me, versus, oh, I haven't got much time left and I'm ill and, you know, the doctors have said that's it. You actually speak into existence a shortened life, or one that could go on longer than expected. And it is about being grateful in that moment for everything that you've got. Grateful for the fact that you wake up every day. Grateful for the fact that you are still alive and you have opportunities to find maybe there might be something else that could help you extend your life, improve your quality of life. You just don't know what is out there. There's so many things now that are coming in that are helping support our immune systems in better ways than they were before. But even some of the long-standing things that have been there, people are now listening about, wanting to know about, are actually taking on board and trying them out. You know, so there are many, many things out there, new and old, and you know, old things that I say old, long-term things that have been out there. So you just never know. So be grateful. Being grateful for, say, just waking up, your life that you have, whatever health you have, it's being grateful for you still have breath. And whatever it is you are able to do, rather than maybe what you're limited in being able to do. Because that way, that gratitude gives you that more abundance, and it does help to boost your immune system, helps you to feel happier, and it's about feeling happier, which gives a different feel in your body and actually aids healing rather than going the other way. So you wanted to add something in there, Claudia? I see you agreeing in there.
No, it's beautiful, and it's just like we can't remind ourselves often enough in regards to gratitude and how important it is, and as well by bringing up these examples, you know, we actually get to hear and to experience in our day-to-day life. So absolutely, thank you as well for sharing, because as well we need the constant reminder too of
Yes.
to switch when the going gets tough sometimes. In our thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. And just recently I've been, where was it? I think it was last Friday. No, it was Saturday, that's right. I got positive about something happening. I'm running a writing retreat, 5-day writers retreat. And I'd got positive about it and I was taking action. And then something happened on Saturday and literally I woke up and boom, I'm full of all the dates again. And I'm not taking action and I'm sleeping and I'm in bed and I'm watching TV and I'm, it's not happening. My mind, it just wasn't happening. So I've had to look at those doubts, work with them, and then release them, let them go, so that they just fade into the background. They become quiet. Their power no longer has that pull on me because something stronger takes over. That belief that, yes, I have got enough time. It is possible. There are people out there that will just go, yes, want that. Literally in the twinkling of an eye. It's not going to take forever and a day, which was what I was thinking. Oh, this is never going to happen. This is going to take forever. I don't have much time left. Just as I was saying just now, life can be taken away from you just like that. Your life can change just like that in a different way. Something that you've been working towards, all of a sudden, boom, things change. So it is about having that mindset, and it is allowing, don't fight with the doubts. Be with them, acknowledge them, and say, okay, and then transform them. So you come out stronger. And so, Sunday, I was like, okay, we worked on that, and I felt, okay, you can do this, yes, going to do this and this, and it's just riding that roller coaster, but having much more conviction and belief that this is going to happen. So it's about being in the moment. And actually, if you are in the moment, all doubts go. Because doubts are based on projection and fear about the future and thoughts about the past. None of that exists in this moment. So again, it's about being in the moment. Literally in the moment, right now. And everything else goes. All the doubts just go. So keep coming into the moment and being grateful. What else is there, Namsa?
Is to trust. You have to trust, even if life it does not make sense. You have to trust and keep going, because we don't know what's behind the veil. We don't know the future. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. For me, I always trust, even when my life it does not make sense. People always sometimes they call me crazy, but I know I'm not crazy. And when I trust, I don't prove a point, but God proves to me that He is bigger than anything. So I need to trust. And whenever things don't work my way, if I'm doing something and something pulls me down, I will pick myself up. I'll say it as I'll talk to myself, say, no, sir, I understand that things are not going well, but it's gonna get better. You don't have control of the situation right now, but get up and do what you can. And I have to think about the people that can help me if it's the situation that needs helping. Abundant mindset, it requires you to look at your life and look at yourself and look at people around you. And it requires you to go in front of the mirror and ask yourself, like, we are coaches, we are different coaches. So like myself, if I say, I'm a relationship coach. That means I represent love. So when I look at myself in the mirror, I harmonize love. When my life is not going well, I have to find that song within my heart that I can harmonize. It's easy if you practice to do it each and every day. It gets easier. When things are not going well, find something that can make you happy. The things that can make you happy, there's nothing bigger than life. There's nothing bigger than breathing. There is nothing bigger than you uh, looking at yourself in front of the mirror. Like Carol Ann, you have children. When you look at your grandchildren and you smile, even if there is nothing to smile for, it's your blood. You're like, this is my blood. This is my bloodline. This is what God gave me. If you believe in the universe, whoever you believe in. So for me, I'm like, I don't have a right to complain. If things are not going well in my life, my mindset tells me that I don't have a right to complain. Because at this moment, of course, these things is not going well. What if things are not going well and then tomorrow things are amazing? So I'm going to look back and say I've wasted my time getting depressed and getting all upset. So life will change. Carol Ann says life will change, life will change. You have to be prepared. When life changes, your mindset has to stay focused. Really, really stay focused, because it will change. Things will change. It might change for good, for better. It might change for worse. So you have to be prepared. But at the same time, if there's nothing you can do about that situation, for me, is basically is to chill out. That is my plan. If I can't do anything about the situation, is to take a break, or the clients are screaming and shouting at me, I take a break for 10 minutes and tell them I'll get back to you. I need 10 minutes break. 10 minutes break, it means I sit down and listen to somebody, maybe a motivational speaker that I like, or I just sit down and go to a quiet place without talking to clients. If they're going crazy, I don't want to go crazy with them. I'm like, hold on, I'll call you back. So if I relax and chill out after 10 minutes, when I call them, I have to make sure there is no argument. Because if they're not happy, and I'm offering to ease that pain, to help them through that pain, not arguing with them, I know they're going to want to listen to me. And I know they're going to need my help. Or if it's something general, or if I'm not feeling very well or anything, I just have to chill out and have that mindset of living life to the full. Living a life to the full, it means you have to be grateful. You have to be happy despite the circumstances, and you have to be inspired by, if something gives you something, like if life gives you lemons, be inspired by that. There's lots of, you can get creative. You can get creative from pain. Pain, it can get you more creative, honestly, and you can feel secure and confident through pain. There are some people, as long as you don't go with it, if the pain wants you to go with it, you have to refuse to follow it. But have this mindset of, okay, pain, I understand, but what are you here? On what authority? Are you here to give me depression? Are you here to make me miserable, or with my children that I start becoming miserable? For me, when pain comes, I just have to think about the things where God has put me through. God has put me through in so many ways that no one can ever imagine. There was time where 2016, was it 2016? Yeah, I nearly lost my children. I made a comment with someone. I think I've told you this before, Carol, on the talk show, that I made a comment about God, and this person went and called the social services, and it became a big deal. But for me, I have this personality where if someone comes to me with the assumptions, I lead them along and let them think that I'm stupid, but while I'm not. So they came to me with the mindset of I'm an African person, so that means as an immigrant, I came here as an asylum seeker, and they had all these assumptions about my life. So I led them away for a few weeks, 2 weeks, and they were actually coming to my house, and even though they were told that, because they they called the police and then I was like, you mean you don't believe in God? You cannot talk about the Bible. So you are here criticizing me, saying my children are in danger just because. And the police in the area where I live, they always say hello, they know us. And they came, they were like, we know this family, we know these guys, they are okay. So they left. And the social service decided to actually go deep, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna lead them away. These people don't know me very well. And then the last time when they came after 3 weeks, and I was like, okay, we're gonna sit down, gonna have some ground rules right now. And they were like, what are you talking about? I was like, you guys been tormenting me and doing things, and you've been investigating me, you've not found anything. So I'm taking control now. I'm in charge now. Today I'm in charge. So I was like, I had called the lawyer and I asked the lawyer to give me some points to ask them. And they sat down and I asked them, and they didn't give me any reply. They were like, and I was like, I need an answer. So I said to them, listen, guys, I'm studying psychology, I'm studying my degree, and I like getting good grades. And right now, I just got my results. I got 72%, and 72% is not good for me. If I get 90% or 95%, I'm happy, or 100%, but you are disturbing me. So I said to them, when you guys have something to investigate, come back. But right now, I'm checking you out. On the authority of my solicitors, you are invading my privacy. But at that moment, when they left, I was left with a shock that I've seen people on TV saying they've lost their children, innocent children or innocent parents. And I was like, if I didn't have the mind that I have, these people would have destroyed me. And they never came back, trust me. They never came back. Honestly, they never came back. But the mindset that I have, if somebody comes in and says something, if they believe what they believe is true, I let them go along and do whatever they do. And because if somebody has their statement that my statement is true, you just have to let them get on with it. Me, I just sit there and get on with it. Even my laws, they know that I don't get involved with anything. I just love them. That's what I harmonize for living. Love. Over to you, Claudia.
Yes, I mean, yeah, these sometimes as well the important or some of the major situations in life where we can actually see and check where are we standing as well with our mindset. Is it the fear or the other way around? So well done for handling the situation as you did, because I'm sure as well it helped you as well to keep the kids, because you were in your truth and in faith and hope as well. And these are as well like major qualities to have as well in regards to life. Absolutely. And we do get rewarded when we think and feel this way, yeah, rather than fear and lack and scarcity. Something as well I would like to point out in regards to the universe or whatever you believe in is I would like just like to mention again, this is a universe of plenty, you know. There is plenty for all of us, of clients, of love, of money, of whatever it is. So just like as well, what's your story in regards to, what's the beliefs you have running in the background in regards to the society, and if you can actually achieve what it is you would like to achieve. And usually as well, some of the common beliefs we have is, don't be too greedy, don't ask for too much, because if you take this, you take from the others. And these are common stories we have heard, and some of them as well might resonate as well for our life, but actually it's not the truth, you know. You can always ask yourself, is this actually the highest truth? And it's not. You are here on this beautiful planet, and there's abundance and plenty for all of us. And one way as well how you can check what your beliefs or the stories or the programs you have running is by going through the areas in your life you have right now: health, love, money, self-development, work, business, clients. So all these different aspects as well. Just by checking them out, you can already see the scarcity or the beliefs or the programs you might have running in all these areas. And then you can already, this is already a good indicator as well for you to start to identify where you need a bit of fine-tuning in which area in your life. Just because everything outside is a reflection of your beliefs and the programs you have inside of us. So that's already a good start.
And that's a lovely place to start, actually, that everything out there is a reflection of what's in here. And that if you are seeing something that appears to be scarcity, you know, it's showing as scarce, then what's the reflection? What part of you believes that this is to be scarce? What part of you is asked to be shown this? And then going in and finding that belief. So yes, there's beliefs there. But that's a great way to see where we have a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset. What's out there, what's reflecting back to us. And again, if you find yourself, it's what's being reflected back to you is a scarcity mindset, how can you shift? And literally, maybe you could just physically shift and look for something that's reflecting back to you that is an abundance, something that you've got in abundance. And this is something I was thinking about, because it's about making that shift. And so maybe it is doing that physical shift. So actually stand in a position somewhere and think about that, everything you feel that you're lacking, and that scarcity, in that scarcity mindset. What are you lacking? I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I can't do this because I don't have enough money, I don't have enough friends, I don't have any friends, you know, there's nobody wants to be my friend, there's no one out there for me. Whatever it is, just stand in that space, feel it, and then physically and just feel how that is for you. Does it feel like it's a space that feels like home? That's something that is really familiar to you? And then step over physically to another space and think about, well, I've got lots of friends, I'm really lucky, and there's all the time in the world. And really think about all the abundance sort of mindset things, all the possibilities that are out there, and feel in your body, does this feel like this is home, or does it feel a bit uncomfortable? So you can get an awareness of where you feel home is, and maybe shift backwards and forwards a few times to really have an awareness of which one you feel more at home in. And then go for a walk. Go for a walk. Go out in nature. Maybe have a drink of water. Go and run up and down the stairs. You know, go and do some writing. Write with your right hand, write with your left hand. Just go and do something else. Maybe do some tapping, emotional freedom tapping. Just tapping here is enough, because that covers all the points. You know, again, it's that shifting the emotional aspect of these two areas. And then go back and step into the scarcity one. How does that now feel? And then step over into the abundance one. How does that now feel? And so by doing this, you can physically shift that emotional stuff around it such that the abundance one feels more like home. It feels more comfortable. It's like, yes, this is where I want to be. So you can get that physical movement in there. And it is having that awareness. But for me, it's about feeling into the body and getting the body moving. Because when you're moving and you can feel it in your body, that this is where I want to be, then that's where your mind can open up. Because it'll go, well, actually, I enjoy this more now. How can I get more of it? So already it's expanded into an expansive mindset, which is where you want it to be. And if you fall back into the other one, it doesn't matter, because you know what to do. Just do that process again. You know, and the more you do it, the less you're pulled back to that scarcity mindset. And again, it's recognizing, well, in what arena now does that scarcity mindset show up? Because it could be different. It's different areas of your life. So maybe there's just one particular area left that it's still got a hold. So do the same thing again and do that shift. So enjoy the dance. Play with it. It's a journey. It's an exploration. It's an investigation. Whatever you like to think about. It's a game. Do you like playing games? I do. I love dancing. I love exploring. I get curious. Well, what if? Ask yourself, well, what if? You know? Anything like that you like doing. Create that. One to the other. And yeah, it's like, okay, I want an abundance mindset now, because that's where I feel most comfortable. That's where home is now. So that's something you could do to be able to shift. Because there's the word, isn't it? Shift. And there will be change. And who is it? Life will change. I can't remember who said that now. I think, was it you, Namsa, said life will change. And you need to be prepared. But it's recognizing maybe what part of you is going, oh, no, I don't like changes. I really don't like changes. Again, work with that. What's the fear? What's the scarcity mindset, or whatever it is? What is it you're fearful of? Because change, you know, that's the one certainty in life. There's always change. You know, and it's about being able to embrace change. And there's a beautiful little book that's worth reading. Absolutely beautiful little book. Very just little small book. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? And it talks about mice that their cheese keeps getting moved. And those that don't like change, what happens to them? And those that are willing to go and explore you possibly is what happens to them. Beautiful little story, beautiful little book. So do have a look at it. Who moved my cheese? I got some of the quotes from there on my wall that I often look at, because change happens. You just need to be prepared for it. You need to be able to embrace it and move with it. So, yeah, that's where I've gone at the moment. Anything you want to add in there or carry on? Because my mind it's not run out of ideas. It's just on a pause at the moment.
That's fine.
Allow someone
I
else to
just
do it.
got an idea, actually. Just like, yeah. I just wrote it down as well. A good tip to shift is affirmations, right? Just to come up with affirmations and to post them on the mirror, on the phone, and to give yourself a reminder as well a few times a day. Set the alarm at 11:11 or 111, free, whatever it is you like, and then like go into the feeling and say the affirmation loud as well, and say it with feeling. For example, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then ... you add what it is you would love to attract and to be in regards, so that you can go back into this abundant mindsets. So yes, just like affirmations. And obviously it's like we have to train the things. It's like going to the gym. It's like training the muscle, and then it becomes easier as well and more natural. So it's just like be gentle with ourselves, because again, as you said, Carol, and it's about the journey, this is where the learning happens, and about us, about life and everything. It's not the destinations, it's the journey. So just like to understand it's a process, and be gentle and be kind to us. And something else as well, another tip is, when I said earlier, just like go back into the areas in your life where you feel like you would like to feel a bit more of an abundant mindset. Just like ask yourself, what do I have to believe in order to be, to be healthy, to attract more clients, to be more spiritual, just like wherever it is you would like to up level a bit, just like as well. Yeah, obviously we have the limiting beliefs and the programs and the stories, but as well, just then go back and ask yourself, what do I have to believe in order to feel prosperous, abundant in this area in my life? This is what I just came up with.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, two great tips there. And I love that one where you say, I'm so happy and grateful that. And that's something Bob Proctor always used to say, isn't it?
Yeah, I got this from him. Yes.
Yeah, so thank you for that reminder, because I often forget about that. And I heard you said the words, I went, oh, yes. Because it's bringing in the joy, it's bringing the happiness and the gratitude for whatever it is. And so that, yeah, it's beautiful. And that question, what do I need to believe in order that? Great question. Because then that questions your beliefs. It helps you to wake up to, well, what belief is running me right now? And awareness is the key to being able to shift anything. Once you're aware, you can then do something about it. If you don't explore and look at it and become aware, it will constantly run you. And so you'll find yourself going, oh, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's not working. There is a belief immediately. It doesn't work. So what do you need to believe in order to have that shift for you? Well, it's a belief that actually something is working. Something is working. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I've tried everything. Nothing works. Well, you've tried a lot of things, but you certainly haven't tried everything. So again, it's shifting your language. And it is recognizing the tiny shifts. What actually has shifted, because there'll always be something. And the thing to realize is that, are you looking for the big shifts, the big changes, the big things to happen at, and you then miss the small ones? And actually it's the small changes that become big ones over time. And so it's about acknowledging those and celebrate them. We so easily and quickly move on to the next problem. And it reminds me of a time when my dad had some pain. He had some sciatic pain in his hip and leg. So I did some work with him, and some movement re-ed and some touch for health. And then afterwards, he was feeling all the way around into his hip. And I went, "What are you doing, Dad?" "Well, I'm trying to find the pain." I said, "Oh, you mean it's gone?" "Oh, yes," he said. You see how we search for what was already there. You don't acknowledge, well, actually, it's gone. And so it is recognizing, well, it's changed, it's gone. And so again, recognize when you do that. Because if you search for the pain will come back. You'll find some more pain somewhere else. And you'll go, well, I've still got pain. But maybe it's in a different place. You see the difference there? The fact that the pain you had is not there anymore, but now you found pain somewhere else. Well, that's something completely different. So it's about recognizing what has changed. But that was really joyful, seeing my dad's face and, oh yes, it's gone. I'll never forget that. It's so beautiful. And that's where I love this work that I do, and I'm so grateful to my parents because of their open-mindedness. There were other members in my family, certain uncles that I had, that were so close-minded to it, so close-minded. And I'm really grateful that my parents were very open. They allowed me to talk about it. They allowed me to work with them. And even when I'd gone beyond just practicing on them, and that first one, my dad said, "Well, I don't need this. It's just as a guinea pig." I went, "Yeah, Dad, you don't need it." To later on, them saying, "Yes, please, because I know what you do works." And I should always be grateful for their mindset, which was open. And even though I was rocking their world a bit with some of the things, obviously opening up to things that were beyond what they'd grown up with and some of their beliefs. And yes, they went so far. And I remember there were times when I went, "Oh no, just pull back a bit, Caroline. That's a step too far." But then I'd just drip in other bits, and then all of a sudden we'd move a bit further, But they were open. They were open. And so, yeah, really grateful to them for that. And then to be able to have these stories to share. Because again, that's a joy. That's a joy. And so, yeah, where would I got to? Keep losing my place, and then I come back again. What are you hearing that, Namsa? What's there?
Yeah, it's good to celebrate small changes, and it's also good to have parents that are positive, because some parents, they do destroy their children by wanting their children to become who they want to become, and it's either my way, you got to be this, or you don't have to be this. Having open-minded parents, I was the same as well. My parents were open-minded people, and they helped me to be the person that I wanted to become. My friends wanted to be doctors, they wanted to be this, but I didn't want to be all that. I spent time playing with my music and walking in the rain with barefoot. If it rains, I'll get outside and just enjoy that rain and just be myself. If I look at my life growing up as a child, I never wanted to be any of anything. But my friend my family understood who I wanted to become. I spent time basically hanging out with my parents. If I'm not with my dad, I'm with my mom. If I'm not with my step parents, I'm with my parents. I spend time hanging out with them and my grandparents as well, asking questions. I was so curious about this life. What is life? And my dad he was a teacher. He loved me hanging out with him and explaining things to me. And also when he died, I looked back because he made life look so simple, really, really simple. And I was like, but now I'm in my 20s. It's not simple as he made me believe. As I believed that life was so simple, it made me realize that he was so grateful for what he had as a man, as a father, and even now, when things are not going my way, I just look at my children, I look at my family. If they're in good health, I'm okay with it. And and also, Carol Ann, you mentioned that we have to celebrate our small changes in life. Some people believe that when you're doing things, you have to celebrate big things, big achievement. And guess what? If you don't recognize the small achievement, you're not going to recognize the big achievement because you're going to celebrate them for 2 hours and that will be it. You cannot recognize them anymore. For me, I try to recognize my small changes. Even if I need to do exercises, I go running. For me, is something that I done for the day is something big. And if I want to do something or brainstorming with people or just being on my own brains, like yesterday I sat in front of the computer. If I'm going to discover something, I have to sit in front of the computer for 10 minutes and scroll down and scroll down. I find out something that the information that I didn't know that I was gonna find out because I'm just sitting there playing with keywords, and then I found something. I was like, "This is amazing." I wasn't looking for this, but I found the information that is big. So I'm like, I'm just gonna celebrate. And to me, that was amazing. And Rachel needed something information. I actually had to type quickly the email because I found what she wanted, and I was stuck. I didn't know what to write and stuff. But then I had to stay 10 minutes and she had the information that she needed. So sometimes it's good to be grateful. I always see the feeling sorry, me is a distraction. Trust me, if you can go through what I've been through, you realize that me club is a distraction. When you're going through something, find somebody that is positive. Find something, a belief. Claudia spoke about belief. Find a belief that can take you through, carry you. And for me, my belief that I believe in God. I believe that there is none bigger than Him. And for me, that big, high power, Claudia, you believed in the universe. You said the universe is plenty of everything. And that's what I believe. I go and quote the scripture and I see that God says this and He says this. I'm like, and when he says, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the way to my Father. When things are not going well, my business is not going well, I'm like, He is the way to heaven for me to find out the business. I just need to do some research, take action. He will lead me to to the information that I need to. You don't have to believe faith on its own, it doesn't work. Hope on its own doesn't work. Every word comes with action. Every word that you do, even gratitude. When you have gratitude, you have to act on that gratitude. You have to let your body believe it. Let your heart believe it. So everything comes with action. So you have to be somebody that has faith. And faith, it means I'm gonna get up in the morning, even if I don't feel like it. I'm gonna make some calls. I'm gonna send emails. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna speak to my coach and get things done, get things moving. That means I have faith. I have hope for my business to grow. I have hope that I'm losing weight, that I am going to lose weight. Losing weight comes with action and recognizing why you put on weight, or recognizing why things are the way they are. Everything else comes with action. And action, it means you refuse your mind to believe things that are not true. Because sometimes we believe things that are not true, and then that can lead us to destruction and lead us to not to believe in ourselves. So if we have that beliefs that we hold on to, and we pray about it. Me, I pray. Some people, they meditate, pray, meditate, or pray, whatever that might be. I do both. I meditate. Like right now, we are doing praying. We pray. Um, I do lots of things. So that helps me to become the person that I am. And also, uh, I know people talk about the affirmation, going in front of the mirror on his own. This is an experience that I have experienced myself, and saying the words affirmation on his own, it doesn't work. You have to find something that can go with it. If you are a Christian, it means you pray, you fast, you meditate. 3 days a week, you activate that inner spirit. No one, nothing, no depression, no stress. If you activate your inner being, your spirit within, no disappointment can bring you down. That means your spirit is active. Exercises, Carol Ann, you do exercises all the time, brain exercises. You have lots of exercises that I've seen you when you are doing them. And when you do those exercises, you have like different exercises that you do, like as a belief. Those exercises will take you to the places where you've never thought you would be, because it's a belief that carries you. It's a belief that you're refusing to be pinned down. Maybe, like, let's say you don't have money. You have to believe that there's plenty, like uh, Claudia was saying, there's plenty in the universe, but you got to work for it. So are you willing to do the work to bring that money in? Meaning, take action. You'll use your mindset, get creative, and find some money ways to make money. So that's how it works life. If you just sit there and say, "Oh, I'm suffering, no one cares," or "I am who I am because of this, because of people that I've dated or my parents," that's gonna be the song that you're gonna harmonize. For me, I harmonize action. And sometimes people call me and they think when I'm saying I'm gonna do this, they're like, "No, say you're crazy." Um, I was in a meeting. Hey, Christopher, I was in a meeting with Kamau yesterday. We were talking about how we're gonna do the summit, and he was like asking questions. I said, between us, we will do it. That was me done. I said, between us, we'll do it. We all have different ideas. We will do it, whatever needs it. Because he was like, I have all these questions that, how are we gonna do this? I said, no, you don't have to worry about that. Between us, we will get on with it, and we will do it, because I believe and I trust God, and I trust the people that I don't just hang out with people that I don't trust. So I said, I'm hanging out with you guys because I trust you. So I said to him, we will do it between us. And that was the meeting done. And then we had to ask the questions of what needs to be done. The how, I said, don't worry about it. We will do it. Because when you have 5 people or 10 people on the table, can you imagine how many mindset you have that on that table? the ideas that people comes up with. So that's why I said to him, you don't need to worry. We just need to get things done. And that was it. We get things done. You don't have to worry about how we can do it. Is this gonna work? And when you go to that mindset, that means it's a doubt mindset. Things are not gonna work. So you have to go to a mind where you get creative, you get stuck, get somebody else come in and help. So that's what I believe, that me, I just do things. I make decisions, even if I'm scared to carry out, I make decisions. If I get stuck, I'm not afraid to seek for help. So that's the person that I am, that you just have to go for the things and don't fear, because fear doesn't go away. You have to learn to override it. So do you have any words of encouragement, Claudia?
Yes, absolutely. As well, I would like once more to say as well, the little wins, celebrating our little wins and not just the big milestones. How we can do it is like at the end of of each week, just ask yourself, what have I done well this week? So again, that you get into the practice as well to understand and to see the little wins as well on the step, very important, and to praise ourselves too. And as well, I would like, just like the audience to know as well that the universe wants us actually as well to have plenty. It's our birthright, so we don't have to be here in lack and scarcity. And it's just like, no, we don't have, just like a tip. It's our birthright to be living an abundant life.
I love that. It is our birthright. And so for me, it's about, you need to surround yourself with people who have an abundance mindset. And if you find some people that are around you that have a scarcity mindset, it's not about making them wrong or just pushing them away. It's, again, recognizing that reflection. What part of you are they reflecting? Go within, transform that, and those people will just drift away. You don't need to do anything physically or, and they will drift away. It's about having that awareness again. Do you want this in your life? Do you want that scarcity mindset in your life? Pay attention to the abundance mindset. And again, I go back to what Oprah Winfrey said. When you look at what you have in your life, you will always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you will never have enough. So again, it's that's what you focus on. So focus on cultivating those friendships, the people around you that have an abundance mindset. Focus on that. And the rest will drift away. And just to follow up with what you were saying, Nonsa, about fear and gratitude. Because what Tony Robbins says is that when you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. So I'd just like to leave you with that.
I'm claiming my birthrights, Claudia. So I'm going to go with what Claudia said, to claim your birthright, because when you are born, there is a book of life. Book of life, when God creates that book about your life, how your life is going to go, and then the day you were born and the date of your death. And that book of life, it hasn't got depression, it hasn't got disappointment, it hasn't got anything. It has all this beautiful stuff written about you. And then you have your destiny. There's a destiny house that is a human being that everyone has to occupy. A destiny house is what God gives you, and the key is for you to keep opening doors. You keep seeking, you open the doors, and then that's your book of life. If you get distracted by the world, who is holding the keys for your destiny house. That means your success cannot come to pass because somebody else is holding that key. So then you have a horse for success. Everyone is riding a horse. That is an angel. So if you are occupied by disappointment, by not being grateful, who is riding that horse? So what I'm trying to say, you need to claim your birthright. By claiming your birthright is, if things don't make sense, really don't make sense, know that you still have to ride that horse and get to where you need to be. If things don't make sense, know that you still have to go and find that key to open the doors. Even when the doors are closing, the opportunities are closing, someone else is going to recognize your talent and believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself first. That's the mindset that I leave you with, that know that you have a horse of your destiny to ride, you have a house of your destiny, you have your book of life that is written amazing things about you. Everything else that happens along the way, you get to decide how you respond to it. And we are here at Ngozi Talk Shows, Monday to Friday, UK time, 1 p.m. And if you want to, hey, Christopher, if you want to find out more about living abundance mindset, cultivating an abundant mindset, you can get in touch with Claudia, Carol Ann, you can get in touch with me. We've been there, we're theconfused.com, and we had to figure ourselves out, and now we know where we are and we know where we are going. So we'll be able to help you find your own voice and lead from within. And YouTube subscribers family, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and God bless. Live with grace. Bye, Christopher, and everyone else who is watching. God bless.